In any room, a boardroom, a family gathering, a negotiation table, a social event, there are many voices. People speak with their words, their opinions, their credentials, and their charisma. But there is one voice that, without ever making a sound, speaks over them all. It's the voice of money. It is the loudest, most persuasive, and most undeniable voice in any situation. This is not a metaphor. It is a practical reality of how power and influence operate. Money does not need to shout. Its presence alone commands attention, dictates terms, and bends outcomes. To believe that eloquent arguments or moral authority can consistently overpower financial force is to misunderstand the fundamental mechanics of the world. Here is a breakdown of why money's voice is so deafeningly loud and how it silences all other forms of influence. 1. It drowns out credentials and titles. A person can have a PhD from a top university. They can have a prestigious job title. They can have decades of experience. But in a debate about business strategy or investment, the voice of a self-made millionaire who never finished high school will often carry more weight. Why? Because money is the ultimate validator. A title is a promise of competence. A credential is a theory of intelligence. But a large bank account is the proof. It is the tangible, unarguable evidence that an individual's ideas work in the real world. The universe has already voted on their strategies, and the result is their wealth. When the person with the PhD speaks, people hear an opinion. When the wealthy person speaks, people hear a case study. They lean in, assuming that this person has access to a secret playbook, the playbook of practical success. Money shouts down theoretical knowledge because it represents knowledge that has been tested and proven profitable. 2. It dictates social and family dynamics. Within families and social circles, we like to believe that love, wisdom, and seniority are the most respected voices. The reality is often different. Consider a family crisis. An elder family member might offer wise, time-tested advice, but the family member who can write a check to solve the immediate financial problem instantly becomes the central figure. Their opinion on what to do next will suddenly hold immense power. The wisdom of age is respected, but the power of immediate solution is obeyed. In social settings, the person who consistently picks up the tab for group dinners, who can host parties at their home, or who can organize and fund trips naturally becomes the social leader. Their preferences for venues, activities, and even the topics of conversation begin to shape the group's behavior. Money gives them a gravitational pull that others orbit around. Without saying a word, their financial presence sets the agenda. 3. It overrules morality and ethics in systems. This is one of the hardest truths to accept. A strong moral argument can be powerful, but a well-funded legal team can often shout it down. In the justice system, the ideal is blind justice. The reality is that the quality of your justice is frequently determined by the quality of your lawyer. A wealthy individual or corporation can afford a team of top-tier attorneys who can delay proceedings, file endless motions, and exploit every loophole. They can outlast and outspend an opponent with a morally superior position, but shallower pockets. In this arena, money does not just speak. It argues, it obstructs, and it often wins regardless of the ethical merits of the case. In business, a company with a superior product but no marketing budget will often fail against a company with an inferior product and a massive advertising war chest. Money amplifies a message, any message, to a deafening volume, ensuring it reaches everyone, while the better, quieter product goes unheard. The market doesn't always reward the best, it rewards the loudest, and money is the megaphone. 4. It is the deciding vote in politics and policy. The principle of one person, one vote is the foundation of democracy, but in practice it operates alongside a much louder system. $1, one vote. Politicians listen to their constituents, but they must their donors. A billionaire donor or a powerful corporate PAC, political action committee, can provide the funds necessary for a multi-million-dollar advertising campaign. This campaign can shape public opinion, define opponents, and ultimately decide an election. The collective voice of thousands of voters can be drowned out by the concentrated financial power of a few. When policy is being written, the voices that have the most consistent and generous access to lawmakers are those of well-funded lobbyists. They are in the room, whispering, persuading, and providing pre-written legislation that serves their interests. The voice of the average citizen calling a representative's office is a whisper in a hurricane. Money doesn't just get a seat at the table, it often gets to design the table and decide who sits at it. 5. It creates an aura of authority. A person with significant wealth carries an invisible aura that changes how their every word is received. This is the halo effect of money. When a wealthy person offers a simple opinion on a topic they know little about, it is often received as a profound insight. People assume that their financial success must translate to wisdom in other areas. Their casual comments are dissected for hidden meaning. Their confidence, bred from financial security, is mistaken for expertise. Conversely, a brilliant but broke individual can have a world-changing idea and be met with skepticism, if they are heard at all. Their lack of financial success is subconsciously used as evidence against their idea's validity. They have to fight to be heard, while the wealthy person is given the microphone before they even ask for it. Money is a credential that legitimizes everything else its owner says. 6. It is the ultimate tool of action, not just words. Words are promises. Money is action. This is the core reason for its volume. Someone can give a passionate speech about helping the homeless. It is moving and inspiring. But another person can quietly donate $1 million to build a new shelter. The speech is a beautiful sentiment. The donation is a tangible reality. The donor's voice, though silent, echoes far louder because it has physically altered the world. In a business meeting, an employee can propose a new initiative with a compelling PowerPoint presentation. A wealthy investor can simply say, "I'll fund it." The employee used words to describe potential. The investor used money to activate it. Money is the verb in the sentence. It is the force that turns thought into thing. How to respond to the loudest voice. Understanding that money is the loudest voice in the room is not a call for despair or cynicism. It is a call for strategy. You have two choices. You can complain about the noise, or you can build your own amplifier. 1. Stop relying on the right argument. Being right is not enough. You must marry your rightness with leverage. This means building your financial power so that your correct ideas can be backed with action. A good idea with funding will always beat a good idea without it. 2. Focus on becoming the voice. Instead of being frustrated that money talks, focus on acquiring it. See wealth not as a selfish goal, but as the tool that will allow your voice, your ideas, your values, your solutions to be heard above the din. It is the price of admission to the rooms where decisions are made. 3. Use other voices strategically. While you are building your financial power, you can borrow volume. This means aligning yourself with people and institutions that already have a loud voice. It means using data and irrefutable evidence to make your case, as this is a currency that even the wealthy must sometimes respect. 4. Understand the responsibility. The goal of acquiring a loud voice is not to silence others, but to ensure your values have a platform. When you have wealth, you have a responsibility to decide what your money will say. Will it shout for selfishness and short-term gain? Or will it speak for progress, generosity, and long-term value? The choice is yours, but first you must possess the tool. We live in a world that runs on resources. Money is the purest representation of stored resources and human effort. It is a concentrated form of potential energy. As such, its influence is gravitational. It pulls everything toward it. You can choose to ignore this reality, to believe that passion, intelligence, or virtue should be louder. But the system does not care about should. It operates on is. And the current reality is that the voice of money is the one that echoes through the halls of power, the corridors of justice, and the dynamics of our daily lives. Accepting this is the first step toward changing your own position. Stop trying to shout over the money. Start building your own. Because in the end, if you want your ideas to shape the world, you must first acquire the volume to be heard. Money is the microphone. It's time to get your hands on one. Do the hard work, especially when every part of you doesn't want to. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.